And we are actually beginning on time for once. Yippee! Alright, so those of you who have been here before, you know what I'm about to do. And I'm gonna try and keep talking at least a little bit, just so me sharing this link around will be a little less boring for y'all, because I understand it's not that interesting when I'm totally silent. And if my fingers will stop hitting the wrong buttons. That would be I would be most grateful if that does end up being the case. Because, Lord knows, I need to not be boring. Okay, so just sent it to 2 close friends. I'll send it to this group. Cause I gotta start spreading it around on like Discord and shit. And I'm also posting it on Tumblr. Live right now. And then I gotta get all my hashtags. But Strife's not in this. Why did I tag him? Darksiders. No. Deathinitive edition. Okay. Post. And I gotta send this to another friend. Alright, there we go. I've got to send it to some more people. I promise it will not take that long. But why do I gotta search in my direct messages? That makes no sense. Hello, new viewers. Hi, Okami. It's good to see you. I've been away for a while. How are you doing? I wasn't aware you were talking to Lilith. But yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you. Had a job interview the other day. I totally trashed my voice from getting really frustrated because I had to go to this place I had never been to before, and that was not fun because Jesus Christ, my my Apple Maps, because again I didn't know this area, so I had to essentially get a map to tell me where to go. It just kept telling me to go around and around and around and around and around, to the point where I was literally screaming in my car from frustration. What? Frustration. Cause jeez Lou. I did not deal with the stress well that day. I should probably put this in my server. Rena's Galaxy. Yeah. I don't know why I was so frustrated. Other than, like, stop wasting my gas, Apple Maps. Gas is expensive. Alright, and I think I've put it in enough places. So, just 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab my drink, and it's just over on the other side of the room, so I'm not gonna be gone for that long. And I've just had to coat my chair in a blanket, because otherwise I'm wearing shorts, so the the chair that I've got will like press into my thighs and it'll really hurt after a little while. And I don't have pillows for it, so I put blankets. So I am all snuggly and I feel lovely. So why don't we start? And sorry for the microphone hit. I'm sure that was annoying. All right.
This is the tale thus far. The king's need was exceeded by anger. Those who would help were destroyed. But from their deaths, a new power, drawn from sin, and an army that would live once more.
Oh yeah, I'm also excited to kind of announce finally that I've actually gotten further in Abomination Vault. I was listening to it, and it hadn't gotten to the point when I was like so far away I didn't know what to do. Yay! I can fast travel! Yes! So how have you been, Okami? Sorry I unloaded on you like that. I'm actually going to be going to the Maker's area first, the Forge Lands, so I can kill the Bloodless. Alright, here we are. Ah! Well, that sounds like a good use of time. You did? I didn't know you sewed. Did you make these? Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. You don't know how to swim. Oh, you don't know how to sew. I was about to go, you don't know how to swim and yet you want to be a mermaid. There are swimming lessons. But then I realized we were talking about, something else. It's like, oh. Right, yeah, that's probably what you meant. I'm enjoying just riding on my horse. I'm actually fairly good at swimming. I did used to do it competitively. That's okay. Yeah. I used to do it competitively when I was much younger. I think I was 9. And usually when I swim I look like a dork because I have on goggles because I hate opening my eyes underwater. Because it sucks. But I mean, hey-ho. I mean, I've never done... Well, no, that's wrong. I have done the, whatchamacallit, the scuba goggles. And I don't like them. It's like, what am I talking about? Of course I've done scuba goggles. I just don't like them. Oh, good. I've got the Bloodless Talisman equipped. But yeah, I guess quick story, because when I was around 9, we moved to a different neighborhood. And that neighborhood we moved to included a neighborhood pool, which was something we did not have back at the one we had moved from. Yay! Yeah. We moved to a more affluent area from the one where we were. Mostly because we had more money at that point in time, and thusly could afford it. Hi, Eric. How was your vacation? But yeah, it was mostly due to my dad's financial status, as well as the fact that he was going overseas very frequently, that we could afford it, moving to a new house. Oh, everything's good. Not much. I just started up and I decided to go look for the Bloodless, since I know where they are. And that's an easy quest to complete. Well, until we get to the more labyrinthian bit in the Dead Plains. And I was talking about how I used to swim competitively. It wasn't all that great, but hey ho, I mean, I know how to swim. And can do so competently. In fact, like, if I had to exercise... Well, no, it's not exactly difficult. It's just harder when you're, like, 10 and have ADHD to, pay attention to what your instructor is asking you to do. But, like, if I had to exercise ever, swimming was usually the one I preferred. Because that was more fun for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are so many designs. In fact, like, the aquarium in my old hometown had, they had this show, essentially, a mermaid show, where they had these women who were extremely good swimmers wear those mermaid tails and swim with the fish. And they made sure they were not in there with anything possibly carnivorous or venomous. And they would come up every once in a while so they could breathe. So yeah, over the last couple of days, I haven't really done very much, but I'm happy with how my life's been. Oh right, yeah. Need to back up. Can't believe I was forgetting that. But yeah, there's so many designs for mermaids, now that we think about it. But that does remind me of something I had seen that was like a cool idea, is mermaids disguising themselves as humans to shop in a coastal market. But a metal idea is mermaids doing their grocery shopping from floating Vietnamese markets. That's pretty good. What? They're not gonna buy any other mermaids. Goodness. And besides, what do you think mermaids eat? Fish. Probably. Oh, yes! Do that. Do it. What? Why is it saying I've only killed one? I've killed two! That's really odd. What? Ah, okay. I will certainly have a look in a minute. If I can... Okay, why is it saying I've only killed two? I guess I'd better go back to the fjord and... do some more shit. Because maybe it didn't count for some reason? I don't know. Things like that are weird. Yeah, I might just have a look at that, the mermaid tails. Because whenever I've drawn mermaids, mine are horribly boring. Oh, those are cool. Those are nice, I like those. Yeah. It's funny because the mermaid character that I have on my YouTube channel as my mascot there, I think her name was Calypso. Yeah, she's just really boring. In like a seashell, like a scallop shell barrette with two pearls. And like a bandeau. But like jewelry and stuff that's probably fallen into the ocean. That should be tarnishing by now. Yeah, it's on my DeviantArt page actually. I named her Mira before, but I really liked the name Calypso. You can try, yeah. Sure. Okay, so it's not this one that I didn't count. Maybe it's the one in the fjord. Pardon me, I'm just playing this one-handed for a second. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and check and see if it's the one in the fjord, because Lord knows it is, probably. And if it, like, if I can't get it to come back, I'm gonna have to do this at another time. and I'll have to deal with Cthulhu's loser nephew tonight. I shall enjoy. Oh boy! Are we trying to rhyme? For what? Oh, right, for Cthulhu's loser nephew. Yeah, totally. I'm sure the person I know who has their... Yeah, his ugly cousin twice removed. I'm certain that the person who, like, his YouTube character avatar is Cthulhu's son will not mind in the slightest if I make this other person into calamari. Wow, it's not here. Gee, it's almost like this is bugged or something. Oh well. I mean, like, I know it does this sometimes. Hello. Yeah. Yes. I would say so. That sounds like a plan. And I can get behind said plan. Wink. And it's gone beyond winking to me, but just blinking rapidly because I think I've got eyelashes in my eye. Ah, found it. Go away. I suppose I could do like the bloodless quests on my own time. But I'd probably do like the Maker's Chronicle on stream. And I'd probably do it like before or after, I think probably after getting to Lost Light. Like opening up that area. Which I likely won't tonight, but I might tomorrow. If again, I'm not feeling too tired and my voice is not absolutely destroyed. I don't know if anyone heard me whispering. So, I finally got done with my character's ref sheet, like my character sheet for like the protagonist and any of the other major characters. So I feel like I very soon can go forward with actually beginning to write like I said I would. But have not yet done, and I do apologize. Ooh, that last one's really pretty, Okami. Right, I don't know why I did that. The camera's right above him. I want to see the scalp. I do, I really do. I said scalp. No. Like Death's head. Because I made the... Oh my god. Because, like, I made the camera go up too high and I could see the top of his head. Yeah, nowhere near as entertaining as that. But I think I can probably use fast travel. I'm not too sure. Maybe. Yes, we might. It's not like it will be an easy task. Then again, I suppose we're both up to it. I forgot what I was actually there for. Oh. Into the river he goes. Yeah, as if we wouldn't get thrown in instead. I don't know, I always find the noises in here really uncomfortable. Excuse me, what was that? Sorry, like, IRL, I thought I heard somebody. His buddy didn't even notice. Oh, thank God I wasn't gonna fall over the edge, and I just saw through the world. Oh right, there's a thing I can get here. I forgot. Lich spines. The Lord of Bones used this weapon to depose Argol, the deposed king. Redundant, much redundant. Built from the very bones of his finest warriors. As if the finest warriors wouldn't be better served in bat- whatever. The Lord of Bones imbued his weapon, named the Lich Spines, with tendrils of lightning that sear into foes with every blow. The strike of the Lich Spines can shock an opponent, stealing vital wrath energy and transferring it to the wielder. Cool. This is what I love in games. Lore. Yes? Well, I think you'll find, like, swimming and taking a bath are two completely different things. Oh, we weren't talking about that. Never mind, I'm sorry. He might. He might. Like, he very well could electrocute himself. If, like, his physiology and the way he works in, Abomination Vault still carries over. Even though that means he has no blood, but even then. Even though when those, crystals struck him in his, okay, I didn't mean to go there. What? What does that mean? You know what, whatever. It's fine. Right. Yeah, and that's why I decided to call this episode Beside Myself, literally. I was about to say that I don't know why I'm tired, but I do. It's because I woke up at 5 a.m. because I was dehydrated. But I kind of refused to get out of bed. What is Vitae, though? Oh, I hate that shroud. It looks horrible. So, any of you on Tumblr, if you haven't checked out Ultimate Nerd 97's newest story that has 2 chapters out, what are you doing with your life? It's really good. Go read it! And again, I would promote it regardless, but I feel extra confident in doing so because I love it. But like I said, I would still promote it. Even if it's, like, even if it wasn't really my thing, which this is. This is my thing. It's my jam. I would still promote it because that's Panther's blog and she's my best friend. Oh, okay. He has Vitae and sort of like emu skin. Where it takes a lot to actually get this man to bleed. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Sorry, I just hit my microphone again. I swear, that's gotta be the most annoying thing ever. If only I would stop doing it. Yeah, whatever, I'll go green. This reminds me a little bit of the, Okay, so if you've ever seen, the guy whose channel is called Your Movie Sucks. He and his friends recently did an episode of their show, Adam and Friends, watching it's like they watch movies. And this time around, they watched, the 2003, Ang Lee Hulk movie. And if you don't know anything about it, it's just... Oh, it's so weird. It's full of so many why, like, moments. It's hilariously bad. Like, they had to come up with this weird bullshit reason as to why the Hulk is the Hulk. It's not like, you know, Bruce Banner, scientist, is experimenting with gamma radiation, and that suddenly turns him into the Hulk when he gets angry. They're like, no, his dad was weird and he experimented on things and gave him a whole bunch of injections over the course of his life that gave him essentially green plaque psoriasis. And genetically made him the Hulk. That makes no sense. But like a section of this was just, what if I had a lizard do poppers and then cut it? I don't know. I don't know. This is still the same era where they had like Catwoman like die, supposedly. Like, the Halle Berry Catwoman, quote-unquote, die, and then get brought back by, like, a magic cat, like, breathing new life into her. Essentially just looks like the cat was burping on her. And it was a CGI cat. It looked horrible. Jesus Christ. This is like the era of, hey, comic books don't make sense. Let's just come up with bullshit reasons that are worse than the ones that came up that were in the comics. Because that's better. Except it's not. That was also like the same movie where they had Catwoman walking around in a bra top and like leather bra top and leather pants with like open-toed shoes. And it's like strutting around the city really sexy, like, I'm looking for the people who killed me, and I want revenge, meow. And essentially had her start turning into a cat. It's weird, it's so weird. Why did we buy this? Welcome back to my, like, weird-ass discussion about, like... Essentially, yes. I remember it mostly from, like, the R.L. Stine, Night of the Werecat. Which was a good, Ghosts of Fear Street book. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can watch the stream back later and see where my madness came from. Yeah, it was. Because, I mean, it was a thing that existed. And it, you know what, it makes sense now, because the director of Catwoman was French. His name was, like, Pitoff, I think. And it actually made Halle Berry one of the first actors to receive her Razzie Award in person. If you don't know what the Razzies are, they're essentially like the Oscars, but for terrible piece of shit movies. It's like, thanks for being hilariously bad. And you know what? She accepted it gracefully. Yes, she did. Because, in her words, you cannot be a good winner if you can't be a good loser. And she talked about how when she was in beauty pageants when she was a kid, like, she had to... It's like she was there with the first runner-up and herself, and she didn't win. The other girl did. And she looked at her and looked at this other girl in the face, and she wanted to slap the shit out of her. But she didn't. And she says, and I want to slap the shit out of the people who dragged me out here tonight. And I hope I never see you all ever again. But, like, she had a good sense of humor about the whole thing. It's just like, and I would love to thank our wonderful director, Pitoff. I had no idea what he was saying, and I think that kind of showed in my performance. Oh! The wraith, the thing that floats, fell to her death. Oh yeah, I would hate it too. Especially since, like, I didn't know anything about Batman when I was a child. So that was my first exposure to Catwoman as a character. I had no idea she wasn't, like, you know, magic cat thing. I don't know. I was a dumbass child. But I got onto this thing about the Hulk because, I had said, like, oh, I'm gonna be green. And, like, they made so many fucking references to the Hulk being green in that movie. Like, everything in this kid's crib is green. All of his plush toys are green. He wears a lot of green. It's just, oh, it's so ridiculous. Lord have mercy. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to be over here. Fuck. Okay, I also wasn't supposed to be over here, but whatever. Yeah, the absolute state of, what the fuck are you doing over here? How did you get here? Oh, right. Why don't you fight me when I'm whole? When I'm not just half of him. I have never been in a beauty pageant, though I was once offered a modeling job. But the agency that they wanted to sign me on was, they were really expensive. And we didn't want that. So, yeah, we declined. Obviously. Oh, I missed the relic. Okay. Anyway. Oh, that's fine. So anyway, how you been, Eric? Like, I don't know why I keep thinking about really terrible, like, god-awful pieces of media. Like, for example, a movie starring Lindsay Lohan at around the same time called I Know Who Killed Me. It's essentially, Parent Trap again, but with weird, like, kind of, like, sexual parts of it. Well, not really sexual, but you know what I mean. Where essentially, like, one sister is this pure, good-hearted girl who wants to be a creative writer, and the other one's a stripper. And apparently they switch places, sort of, because one of them goes missing and gets an arm and leg chopped off. Because why not? And it just has this really annoying color symbolism. Like, just about every other thing is either blue or red. And, like, the blue and red gets obnoxious. To the point where when the people who I was watching review this just burst out into song, singing the song I'm Blue by Eiffel 65. The Italian band, named after a French landmark, which came from a random word generator, and 65 was just a printing error. So it's an Italian band with a French-inspired name, singing in English, which they don't speak fluently. Oh yeah, this could only spell good things. How was it a hit? It wasn't that catchy, like, as far as I remember. But yeah, like, having a look, like, still on this superheroes topic. Looking at a lot of superhero films from the early 2000s, thank God Marvel stepped in after this period with, like, Iron Man in 2008 to bring us back from the horrible, horrible shit we found ourselves in after the Spider-Man movie, after the second Spider-Man. Because that one's, like, it's not perfect, but it's okay. It's pretty good. Still leaves an impact to this day. It's, like, I'm not going to sit here and claim it's perfect, because it's clearly not. Because, like, having a look at, like, Daredevil... Wow, it's really bad. Especially, like, with the soundtrack. Because... like, they make some song choices that today seem like they're joking. They seem like they're just trolling us. Having songs like My Immortal playing at a funeral. Especially with any of y'all who know my history with My Immortal. Not just the song, but also the fucking horrible fanfiction. Because if you look on my channel, you'll see that I did a full reading. All 44 chapters. All for your enjoyment. I hope you're happy. Because I have certainly scarred one of my friends for life. To the point where now he wants me to do the best man speech at his wedding. And it might just be, like, as per his request, just be us reading My Immortal. Even though that would take 8 hours. Because that is how long it took for us to read that entire god-awful story. Oh, and that reminds me, I found a new one. And it's not just Blood Raining Night I'm talking about. I'm talking about the story, Forbidden Fruit, the Temptation of Edward Cullen. And no, I am not making a joke here. The title is literally misspelled. As in, the actual title is literally spelled Forbidden Fruit.
I can't use that yet.
Why did it look like you could, Death? I'm sorry. And the Temptation, not Temptation, Temptation of Edward Cullen. But I would strongly caution against actually reading it. Because Lord has it got some really insidious things in there. Oh boy, oh boy. I have to get my hands ready for this. Yeah, you can hear my joints popping. It's the trap lift. It's... honestly, it's the most evil, evil part of this. God, this was frustrating. I'm not. Go! Oh my god. Thank god I did it in one go. Oh god, I made it. That was just such incredible luck. Yeah, like the crying leviathans make me really uncomfortable. Speaking of leviathans, I did actually, while I was reading, or rather listening to the Abomination Vault, there were certain sections in there that if any of you listening are at all familiar with Hellraiser, like the Clive Barker film, at least the first two, Lilith sounds a lot like a Cenobite. At least in the most rudimentary sense. Like how it describes her having a smile that promised both pain and pleasure. Which is something that later Hellraiser films forgot. Which was, the Cenobites offer both pain and pleasure indivisibly, because you can't have one without the other. They've apparently gotten to the point where they can't even distinguish pain from pleasure, because to them, pleasure is pain and pain is pleasure. It's both. So yeah, later Hellraiser films can suck my dick. Alright, there we go. I had to focus on those two a little bit. A little bit more, I mean. Oh, it's the Lich. Both. It's two Liches. What up, Liches? So their life force is in that urn. Makes me wonder what their home is like. Oh shit, what if they have like a cat or something that just likes to knock over their stuff? One day it knocks over their urn, and then they wonder why their human's not coming home, and why there's no food. There's 3 of them? I forgot. Oh good, I got some new shoes out of that. Excuse me, who the fuck was laughing? And Death almost got crushed in the doors. I just love hearing him laugh. Alright, here we go. Awesome, thank you. I might just switch to that Pathfinder cover because, well... I mean, why not? Yeah, I upgraded Murder of Crows, why wouldn't I? It's one of my favorite attacks. Hush. And I forgot what I was doing. Oh right, yeah, more sites. I'm not too sure I like that, but whatever. I mean, it's functional. Alright, there we go. And going on in. Ooh. There's a big head. So yeah, we've talked about a lot tonight, haven't we? I mean, I can't even remember all the things we talked about. The only things I can remember is like the stuff about really bad superhero movies. And then mentioning like some strange soundtrack choices. Because like, maybe a piano version of My Immortal would be alright at a funeral, but with the lyrics it doesn't really fit. At least not exactly. Because like, there's that one part of the lyrics that's like, I've tried so hard to tell myself that you're gone. However, it does immediately follow up with, but though you're still with me, I've been alone all along. No, the person's dead. Maybe one of the songs that Amy wrote about, like, mourning her dead sister would probably be better. Yeah, for those unaware, Amy Lee, the singer from Evanescence, has a dead sister. Just like, isn't that something? Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? Oh my god. That sounds horrible. Like having to do it all without reloading. I might just pour one out for you, man. No, I'm not being sarcastic. I do mean it. Oh shit. And that sounds horrible. I don't know anything about Modern Warfare, but that sounds bad. Yep, I found one of Nomad's gnomes. Yeah. Wait, in which game? Because if you mean Darksiders 2, I disagree. But Modern Warfare 2 I've never played, so I can't really speak to whether or not the achievement hunting is good or bad. But yeah, you came back at a weird time, because I was mentioning how lead singer of Evanescence, Amy Lee, has a dead sister who died when they were children. Like, the song Hello is about that. I would know, I mean, I used to be obsessed with that band. Whoops. Hmm? Oh yeah, it's just Duolingo sending me a notification. But I was talking about how in, like, early 2000s superhero films, they had some weird soundtrack choices at parts. Like, they played My Immortal in Daredevil at a funeral. Like, yeah, I get it. Part of the lyrics, like the I've tried so hard to tell myself that you're gone, can work at a funeral, but the lyric ends with, but though you're still with me, I've been alone all along. Yeah, no, I don't think that works too well at a funeral. But like a piano version of that could work. But like... Oh, okay. That's fine. It's okay. But it's just like... Yeah, this late at night? Like, where are you? Yeah, yeah. Okay. But, yeah, part of the Daredevil soundtrack sounds like it's trying to troll us. Because they play My Immortal unironically. Not My Immortal, I mean Bring Me to Life. During, like, Elektra's training scene with all the sandbags. It's just weird. As well as how, like, they portray her size. Which, those are blunt weapons. Because they started out as farming tools. Like, ninja history is fun, isn't it? Because, yeah, ninjas were cool. But like most of the time they were not even really like the badasses that we proclaim them to be in our pop culture. In fact, like a lot of things about them we do get wrong. Like for example, they don't wear black. Or at least they did not back in the era where ninja were more prominent. They wore a pale blue because a stark black outline would be a lot more noticeable in the dark, like at night, in rural, like in Japan back in the day when there wasn't a lot of light pollution. However, a more modern ninja, it would make sense for them to wear black because of all of the light pollution, making the sky darker at night. Like, far darker than it usually was. But they wore the... That Leviathan just made me think of, like, Long Horse or something. Anyway, they wore the pale blue to blend in with moonlight. But, yeah. And that and a lot of ninja tools were not, like, these high-quality things. No, they weren't the samurai, who had katana and wakizashi made for them by, like, master smiths. No, ninja were often very poor, and so they had to make their own, weapons and materials. Shurikens were, made from coins that had been melted down. Sai? Farming tools. It's very fascinating to learn about, isn't it? Probably not, because there's like only 2 people here. And I know one of them is probably a long-suffering friend. And for that, I'm sorry. Oh, sweet. I'll have all the pages collected in no time. I don't know, is this how I get an audience? Just like speaking out loud over a video game about things that are not always necessarily related, but things that are just on my mind. I don't know. This is just kind of how things go, I guess. Like, I'm not wanting to copy more famous, like, Let's Players and whatever. Okay, so... I think I get something if I break all of these. I want to see. Oh, I do! I forgot! Nice! Shadow of Death body armor. Ooh, I really hate this. Forged in the darkest vaults of hell by demon master smiths. The Shadow of Death chest guard channels the dark powers of magic into the wearer, enhancing their arcane ability and improving the potency of wrath energy. Shadow of Death boots, same thing. And the gloves, the pauldron, well, shoulder piece. I mean, I would put it on for you just to... Or rather, I'd go to see it in the menu because it's got Garbo stats. The stats for this are hot garbage. I will have a look at it now, as a matter of fact. I've got 2 possessed scythes I'm probably gonna sell soon. I mean, yeah, yeah, look, the body armor, defense goes way down. But, like, that's how it looks. I'm not too sure I like it. Leaves me more open and vulnerable to attacks. It's, chest plate. And, like, this is imagined shoulder piece. I'm not a big fan. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to what I was wearing, because I liked that better. And it had better stats. Even though, like I was saying, like, I put this on just to demonstrate to people. But the stats are like, they're hot garbage. Though I think this is better. It's like garbage. It's hot garbage. Oh. But yeah, I was like talking about the Daredevil soundtrack. And I don't mean the like Netflix series. I mean the one that came out in the early 2000s. It's just like, nowadays, with like the way the internet is, it honestly feels like I'm being trolled whenever I watch that goddamn movie. Oh, okay. It was just in case you missed the thingy. No, let go. Death, come on. Green death. Nah. Because, like, they put in things like Bring Me to Life by Evanescence into a soundtrack. Non-ironically. What the fuck? Okay. And expected to be taken seriously. That to me just doesn't make sense. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like the song. Whoa, okay. Wasn't ready for that. That was not what I was expecting. Alright, so I've gotten everything. I'm gonna fight Cthulhu's loser cousin, twice removed. Does that mean it shouldn't take me too long? Alright, here we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to break all of these. Because I like breaking them. Okay. So, I'm definitely gonna find him tonight. Though I don't know if I'll have the conversation with the person I'm supposed to meet here tonight. Because I'm getting tired. Or rather, I just, you know, it's been a little frustrating. But you know what? Fuck it, maybe. Why not? The Wailing Host. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I was stuck. Oh, come on, I dodged. His gross jelly face. But you know what? He looks a lot better with that mask on as opposed to off. Gross. That's what I meant when I said he has this gross jello-y face. Or like he's just gross and jello-y. Ka le ma ri. Yes. Ka le ma ri. And I was just saying that the calamari time, let's go! His ticks are ready. I wonder if in like any story I write that involves Darksiders 2, if like the outside observer should just go like calamari time. Woo! Let's batter and deep fry him. Here's a funny fact about me. I've never eaten calamari on purpose. I've eaten it by accident, and I wasn't that fond of it. Ew. Whoa, okay. I didn't know those things could attack me. That's never happened before. What the fuck? But yeah, I had no idea that the Leviathans could actually hurt me. Because it's never happened before! And here I was saying they were like Longhorse, where they wouldn't hurt me. Work for me, my crows. Calamari time. Though this would be very worrying, actually being there, because he goes down into that hole and all you hear is shrieking. He really wanted that calamari. Yes, feast. It was like Vander Smash. Formed from materials of realms beyond, brought to one in the name of dark magic. Pulsing with an eerie presence of vestigial anguish, this hammer is feared. Not only for its power, but for its ties to a shadowed cult. I want to know more. Yes, a feast for the crows. But, like, here's the thing, though. Like, yeah, I know he's doing this because that wailing host was actually just a manifestation of all of the... Yeah, it does have a crow's head. I just now noticed that. Holy shit. And a weird, like, rib cage underneath that, and spine spikes. And it's attached to a bone. It looks like a femur to me. Anyway, so that was actually made up of the wailing souls of humanity. That weapon does look sick. It's sick. But yeah, there actually is another crow hammer. I think I got that one from like another, like a DLC, I think. Because it's really cool. Ah, it's a raven beak. It's a raven hammer. New campaign, the Abyssal Forge. I can tackle that next time. The Abyssal Forge is a living machine designed to harness the unfocused dark power of the Abyss. The maker who built this abomination, known only as the Mad Smith, was shunned by his own people and sealed away in the Shadowlands with his creation. Access this content from the additional campaigns on the main menu. Lord of Ravens. I mean, if I had a pet raven, I would definitely name it Poe. Because I are very original.
Norseman, I believe you call. Crowfather, I am the one you seek. And where else would I be but the city of the dead?
I mean,
Would
you
you
sent
like
him
to
there.
ask a question? Or just stand there like you've seen a ghost?
Tell me how to reach the Well of Souls.
The Well of Souls is a place of unimaginable power. The key to life and death, of creation itself. And that is why the well has a key of its own. One that was divided long ago. The angels keep one half, and the demons the other. And never shall the two meet. Unless you truly mean to save your brother.
To save war, I would storm the White City.
Of that I am more than certain. But there is no need. The angels have realms beyond the White City, as the demons do, beyond their dark kingdom. All will become clear to you once you reach the tree.
I've already done that, Crowfather.
Nevertheless, you must find the tree again. And go wherever it takes you.
Okay.
Absalom lives.
Yes, Absalom lives on. His rage and agony spread as corruption, and he will unmake all of creation to destroy the balance.
I killed Absalom once, Crowfather. If I could go back, I would see him spared.
I doubt he would grant you the same courtesy.
If I may, I think this is something that I would hear Absalom say. I'm paraphrasing here. It's like, hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of organic material that make up my entire body. If the word hate were to be engraved on each atom of all those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel towards living beings at this micro instant. For you, hate. Hate! And that would be the speech from the beginning of the Harlan Ellison game that was adapted from his short story, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I feel like it would suit Absalom because that is literally his motivation. He just hates everything.
How can I restore humanity?
The Well of Souls is where all life begins, where the souls of the dead are born into their new lives.
Reincarnation
I
is a
killed the
thing.
beast that haunted this place. I freed the souls of humanity.
And in other times, that would be enough. But something draws power from the well, leaving only void where there once was life. I fear you have only released the souls into further torment.
Oh shit.
Then there is no hope. Humanity is lost.
Not so. Even now, you carry with you the power to restore the well.
The Nephilim?
If you sacrifice their souls, yes. They alone have the power to undo what was done.
Yeah, it's fairly obvious, if you know the story, what must be done. But I'm not going to say it.
So I must sacrifice the Nephilim, my kin, to restore mankind?
The Nephilim are dead, by your own hand. That broken talisman is all that remains. Would you leave them to eternal torment in that cage upon your chest?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can be here for when it happens.
Make haste for the tree.
Sure, okay. Anonymous has left me a gift. I don't trust him. I may have to walk to the tree because, like, fast travel sometimes gets a little bit buggy. Ooh, I've got a lot of shit. You know what? Let's upgrade Vander Smash. Sorry, this might take a little bit. Maybe for like other possessed weapons I'll change the names. But for others, nah. Alright, yeah, I was gonna see if I could fast travel. Just so I could get to the Crow Father. Oh, good. Fast travel's working. Yes! Also, sorry if I scared any... Sorry, Okami, if I scared you with the speech. I did actually write that as an imagine scenario.
Not so fast, horseman.
You're following me.
Yeah, there is.
So I am. I will remain here at the tree, should you have need of me on your quest. And dust has a beak for more than corpses, horseman. Follow him, and you will find the key.
It's interesting how the Crow Father refers to Death's Crow, because in the book I remember him saying that he wasn't really overly fond of the fact that Death had given him a name. But I guess he's come to terms with it over the several eons that have passed.
Follow dust, find the key. It can't be that easy, Crow Father.
Yeah, because he leads
You
me
may be
everywhere.
right, Death. The future is a secret even I cannot keep.
Yep. Anyway, I think I should probably end it right here. This has been fun. I'm probably going to come back tomorrow if I can. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I've had a lot of fun just talking about whatever. Well, it's a little late and I've got to go to work tomorrow. You know what? Fine. I'll actually go and hunt for things. Because fuck it, why not? Lair of the Deposed King. It's like, no responsibilities. I might, like, just find a couple more bloodless, and... yeah. Or at least I'll find all the ones on the Dead Plains. And maybe I'll get the one that bugged out in the Forge Lands. Well, I am going to be streaming tomorrow. I might as well just get one more Bloodless done tonight. And heck, maybe I'll just do the rest on my own. Unless you guys want to see the one that's like the dungeon length. It's the same length as a dungeon. Though that might be a little much for tonight. I don't really. I'm busy Friday and also Saturday. I'm not busy Sunday. As far as I know. Yeah, so I got this one. Anyway, guess I'll probably end it here tonight. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to drink plenty of water. Wash your hands. I'm not kidding around. Wash your hands. Please, please wear a face covering in public. It's not just for your protection, it's for the protection of everyone around you. And by not wearing one, you're really not being very nice. And you're not doing the thing that I will ask you to do next, which is to be kind to yourselves and to others. And I will see you next time, probably tomorrow. Alright. Okay. Goodbye!